In this video, I'm going to be showing you my scalping session. We're looking at S&P 500 M futures. The time frame is 2000 tick chart. I'm going to be using pure price action candles as they're being printed on the chart. Right now, the structure is a little bit bullish, but it's quite spiky. You can see spike up, break, second spike up. There is no good confirmed trend established as of right now. So I'm just waiting for a little bit more information. I want to see some confirmed structure. So market just opened, and I'm going to be patient for a while to see what is the next structure. As a trader, you cannot rush things. Everything needs to be planned and you need to follow rules. So I just need a little bit more information to see what I'm working with. Alright traders, our initial downtrend has a break pushed to a new extreme. Downtrend like this, and because price action keeps trending lower, and we have nice market geometry, the spike in the channel pattern actually fits really well. A lot of confirmations, it aligns with the EMA. We had a second entry short at the EMA, and now because market continues to trend lower, I'm still playing the bearish bias, using the key entry points, navigating the structure, and I'm going to consider another setup at the key entry point. To sell, I'm not thinking about buying. Alright traders, I'm recording a video because I just took a second entry short. We have a new low, first entry short, second entry short of the EMA. I'm going for 12 tick target profit. Stop loss has to go 1 tick above the signal bar. We have a lowest low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short. We're very close to my order being filled. Alright traders, so our scalp was reached, but we instantly got stopped out of the runner. But this was a quick little new low, first entry short, second entry short of the EMA. You can see you're selling quite close to these lows, so I had just enough room to take the second entry short. But because the trend down is so strong, basically EMA hard mode, you can see every single bounce of the EMA results in a strong push phase. This is why I took this second entry short, because you have count reset here, new low, first entry short, count reset, another first entry short, second entry short. So great high probability setup. Trend is down, you want to see two-legged pullback at the EMA. This is what price action trading is about, and we started with this second entry short. So let's see if we can get another setup because the trend is still in play. Alright, so we have a small break push to a new extreme, but I decided to widen the channel a little bit simply because the trend is so strong. Every single bounce of the EMA simply creates a significant push phase. So I'm going to keep the channel a little bit wider. When the break is this tiny, it makes sense for me to draw a little bit wider. So I'm still looking for some short setup. We may have a second entry short here, but problem is it's a bullish bar, so I may take a lower high confirmation setup here. But you can tell when the trend is very strong, a lot of first entries are working. So you can definitely force yourself to take a bunch of first entries if you're a little bit more aggressive. Alright, so our channel has a break. So now I'm going to respect the correction and I'm going to wait for push below EMA as a sign of resumption. And I'm still going to consider selling because the downtrend is still in play. Let's see if we can get a push below the EMA. Alright, we had a lower high confirmation setup as we expected, but everything is happening so fast so it's quite hard to catch it. So next opportunity is a failed second entry long. We expect new low for this downtrend, the low outside the channel that is lower than the low, lowest low inside the channel prior to break. So now we're pushing too far down, so now we need second entry short at the EMA, but it looks like we may just hit the new low on the first go. That's how strong the trend is right now. Alright, so we have a break in new extreme, so I'm going to pause looking to go short. I would need to see some proven uptrend first to think about reversal, think about buying. And as I'm saying this, we're back below the EMA, so we're going to keep working lower. I'm going to look for some secondary channel because market is just so bearish. Now that the downtrend played out with the break in new extreme, we have a push above EMA and a new uptrend established. It aligns with the EMA. I'm looking for second entry long at the EMA because if we're going to break the trend, we're going to need new high. Alright, since the market cannot break above the EMA, I'm going to redraw back to break a new high because it looks like there's a brand new wider downtrend established because we were supposed to break above the EMA a long time ago. Alright traders, I came back from my break. It was a little bit longer than usual. And right now we have trend range. There's a break. We have brand new uptrend working back into the trend range, market geometry, so we can consider second entry long at the key entry point. Alright traders, I'm going to wrap it up with my one trade. So this is the overall structure for today. We started with two legs up into consolidation. I wasn't really looking to take trades while we were in this consolidation, because the price action is just developing and the structure is just getting established. But very shortly after, we had significant push down and a brand new downtrend was established. Series of lower highs, lower lows. We're breaking below EMA and there was first good setup for the day, new low, first entry short, second entry short off the EMA, brought two legs, testing the key entry point, and this was trade of the day, because if you ride it all the way down with a runner, you can actually manage to get something like 60 points. So you just need one trade like this to really change the number, and it was easy trail as well. You basically trail the stop loss one tick above each significant swing. Now the bottom really dropped strongly, so initially you're having a couple overshoots, but because it's not acting as overshoot, you have to select steeper channel and make it a little bit wider. First entries are working, which means right now this is what we call EMA hard mode. Every single time price action touches EMA, the prices are going to continue working lower. So once you see a lot of small bars, tiny pullbacks, EMA holding every single time, first entries working, this is how you know it's a very strong trend. Okay, so this is why I mark a couple of first entries. This is a small signal bar, decent bar. This visual acts like a lower high to the second entry short. So because the downtrend is so strong, you can consider taking even first entries. This was a great second entry short, textbook high probability setup. I mean, you can make a case for a couple more of these first entries. Not that big of a deal because the trend is so strong. Break. So you expect new extreme to be tested. You want to wait for the push below EMA to know that the correction truly ended. It's a shame this lower high formed with a sketchy signal bar, and also it was quite fast to catch it. It's almost impossible in time with the limit order. So felt second entry long would be great, but there was no felt second entry long. Downtrend was just too strong. You push to a new extreme, and now I have to pause looking to go short because we have a brand new market cycle. So you have trend down, break, push to a new extreme, and a new market cycle is about to develop. So you need to right now sit on your hands for quite a while. You cannot rush into conclusions, no matter how tempting it is. Wait for confirmed structure, spike EMAs indicating reversal. You have a second entry long, but it's not full at the EMA, also closing quite far up. I don't think we can go long. It's not full at the EMA, breaking new high. The break is so tiny. I was also going back and forth whether there is wider channel or not, but it ended up being breaking new high. And now we entered really uneventful price action. It was super confusing. It was just whip swing up and down. I was redrawing channels. Then I took my break. I'm glad I took a break. I didn't miss much because you basically enter the trend range, which means you want to buy low, sell high, but you have no good setup here. Double bar entry didn't even trigger. This short right here is tempting, but you have no kilo. You bounce here, so at the time you probably wouldn't have it here. It's tempting, but you really don't want to have so many failed breakouts. So, you know, you can consider, but it's kind of no man's land. And generally here, a lower high like this is ideal. Break a new high, uptrend played out, push below EMA. But once again, break below bullish bar, we cannot sell below bull bar. And by the time we get bearish bar, it's too big. Price action continue working lower. I came back around this area. I was initially looking for breakout pullback to test the new low, but you have inside bars, so you cannot go short here. Bullish doji, you cannot go short as well. We're just going sideways, no good signal bar. Also overshoot is kicking in, and overshoot generated significant pullback in the opposite direction. So you can use the market geometry to identify the channel and look for reasons to go long. Second entry, first entry long, second entry long far from the EMA I cannot take. Count reset, first entry long, count reset again, first entry long. This is tempting because this is very close to be multiple test, EMA trend line and this key level. You can also draw it like this. Because it traded down in reverse all the way back up, strong momentum towards the close, you can actually consider, because it's so close, you can see the trend line is bouncing here. So it's a decent enough setup. Unfortunately, you had overshoot, which once again, overshoot can generate stronger pullback in the opposite direction. So you want to let this correction play out. Two legs down, you want to see push above EMA, and you expect new high, but at this point you have a second entry long, but it's still below EMA, so nothing much to take. So the first part of the day, super easy, super predictable, few setups on the way down, but the second part of the day, quite uneventful, not that many great trades. So you can find good trades on the way down, but the second part of the day, if you miss the first one, unfortunately there's not that many easy trades. You can make a case for a few more aggressive ones, but not those super textbook ones. Either way, I hope you did a good trading day. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck in your trading.